Our destination?
Top TV shows.
Let's go for a ride.
Welcome to Girls Trip. Today, it looks a little like we went back to school. And it did require
I feel like I did,
a lot
actually.
of homework. A lot of brain power was expended to prepare because we have a little competition today. We are competing to draft the best lineup of 2025 TV shows. We decided to make it a little challenging for ourselves because they had to be new TV shows.
And that was really the hardest part.
That was the worst part.
Yeah, not new seasons.
There's so many shows coming out, like Stranger Things, White Lotus, The Bear, high-ranking shows that I feel like all these streaming services are dumping their money into that versus making new original content.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I felt like the pool would just be a little too large if we could pick from anything. So we are going with brand new TV shows, which is hard to form opinions about because there's such varying information about what's out there.
Right.
Sometimes you get one sentence, sometimes you know who's going to be in it, sometimes you don't. So for some of these we have to go a little bit out on a limb.
Yeah. Hopefully hopefully it's a real thing.
Yeah. Don't hold us to it if it turns out to be terrible. Okay. We're putting a lot of faith in it with you. Okay. So I think I'm so curious to see if we have a lot of overlap.
But that's the fun part about the draft because I want these shows, but if you take it, I need to choose something else. I also know, why don't you explain the last part of how we're going to do this?
I've never done a draft before, everyone. I don't know what's going on.
Rebecca's a newbie, but we're going to break her in. Okay, so let's jump right in. So we're each going to pick a number. Okay, so this is the first number we pick is going to determine who's drafting first, and then we'll go in clockwise order. So who has the number closest to 1?
I have 4.
I have 11.
I have a 2.
Oh my God.
I'm drafting first.
That one.
Okay, now we're going to choose a second number. Go ahead. And this number is going to determine which pick we will not be able to draft our own pick. Someone else is going to put a show on our lineup that they think is going to be bad. Yeah. That's going to tank.
Something we're forcing you to
tank
watch.
our lineup. Okay, so I lost spot number 7, which is okay, I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not losing my top 3 picks, so I'm okay with it.
Mine is 8.
8, okay.
6.
Even
Wow,
we
we're
pretty
good.
good.
6, 7, 8.
Look at us. Okay, so no one has too
too
much
bad.
to whine and complain about. Okay, so I am going to go for my number 1 pick of the draft. You'll probably sense a theme in my picks. I think we'll all have a little bit of a different theme. Although Rebecca, you can kind of be all over the place sometimes. Rebecca might have no theme.
There's no rhyme or reason to
Joy and I have a little bit of theme going. Yeah. So my first pick is going to go with Watson.
Ooh, good pick. I knew that would be on your list.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was an option. So
it stars Morris Chestnut, which I for sure did not know that was his name. But if you Google a picture of him, you will know exactly who that is because he's guest starred in so many different shows. And I actually am excited about him as the lead. I think he could be really good. So he is modern day Dr. Watson.
Okay.
The famous sidekick of Sherlock Holmes.
I'm writing these down.
And he opens a new clinic that deals with rare diseases in the wake of Holmes's murder at the hands of Moriarty.
But this is supposed to be a period show.
No.
Wait, it's not?
No, I don't think so. I think it's current day.
Oh.
I think.
Interesting.
So kind of like a house situation?
Yes. I could be wrong, but I that's the vibe that I got. Because it's from the same producers who did Elementary.
That's what I was just going to ask. Is it?
But but they're not canonically related.
Yeah.
So they're not picking up on one another. So Elementary was obviously present day. So I'm thinking Watson is going to be as well. But yeah, I love a good mystery
Yeah.
and medical. So that is my number one pick.
Okay. Did not have that.
And
on
so
my
Joy,
list.
you're
Okay.
next.
My number
Next.
one pick is House of Guinness.
Oh,
No way.
that was on my list.
The
I was like, this show must be a joke. Okay.
the series, that's oddly written. The series is about the family behind the Guinness Brewing Company in 19th century Ireland and New York, and the consequences following the death of Benjamin Guinness, the man responsible for the extraordinary success of the Guinness Brewery, and the fate of his 4 adult children, Arthur, Edward, and Ben. So this is okay. I love Succession, and I just feel
okay.
like this is going to be Succession. Back in the day.
Got you.
That's what I feel like it's gonna be. So
Okay.
I'm super, super
Got
pumped
you.
for that.
So she picked it. What happens then? Do I
So
have
you
to-
don't get it. It's
You don't
off.
get
If
it.
It's
It's off
on
your
your
list.
list. It's off. You can't have it.
We have a very select few. So this is gonna be a wild ride, everyone.
If you run out, you're gonna have to go to shows that aren't original.
You
Shows.
can. I'll let you.
or we'll lend her some.
borrow my list because I did a little over preparing.
Okay.
Over
Okay.
here. So was that your number one pick, or
No.
was that just on your list?
No, that was just on my list.
Okay, so
okay.
now
It's
you
not
go
my
to
number-
your
okay.
number one pick.
Okay.
My number one pick, and I loved the original. So this is Suits LA.
Oh,
To be honest, I don't think it's gonna do good, but I want to watch it. So I'm kind of like I'm excited to see because it also has I think the star is Stephen Amell. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. I think
He was
think
on
he's-
Arrow.
He was on
Yeah.
Arrow,
Yeah.
and I mean it's not like I didn't watch all of it or anything like that, but I was like, oh, entertaining. So I've seen Suits, so I'm very interested in seeing what they do because I think there is a correlation
Yes.
between the two. So that's all the information I know about it, everyone.
super fun.
That was on my B list.
Okay.
For the exact reasons you
Yeah,
said,
it
because
was
I
just like,
did
ooh.
like the original Suits so much. Love Harvey Specter,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I just don't think you can live up to that. That's actually my all-time favorite pilot episode is Suits.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I'm definitely on the outskirts here.
You've not seen any?
Oh, I've seen them all.
Oh, you
okay.
didn't like it?
Really?
Not my cup of tea.
Huh.
Well, you know what? Harvey doesn't like you either.
Really?
You know what?
I know I am. Yeah, I know I'm
Interesting.
definitely not in the majority there,
Okay.
but not my cup of tea.
I feel like a lot of things that you would maybe want to watch a show about, I would be willing to listen to a podcast about, but don't want to watch
Yes.
a show.
You don't want to
Do we want
visualize
to learn
it.
about
Yeah,
the family
like,
who and all
nah,
of that going on?
No,
with House
thank
of
you.
Guinness? Yeah.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm definitely struggling a little bit more with where to go next because I feel like I could go
She has
in
pages.
I have pages. I know.
pages.
Okay, I'm gonna go with The Better Sister.
Ooh.
Tell us more.
Okay. Tell me more.
Tell me more. This is starring Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks.
Okay.
Okay.
Which I think is an interesting pairing.
Yep.
And they are sisters. And I think it's Jessica Biel, who her character's Chloe. She's married. She has a teenage son. And her sister, Elizabeth Banks, is a struggling addict. And Jessica Biel's character's husband is murdered. And we don't know who the prime suspect is, but apparently that is like a big shock.
Okay.
And long laid family secrets
Okay.
are revealed.
Ooh,
So
that fun.
Okay.
I'm not like a huge fan necessarily of Jessica Biel, but I do like some of the recent projects that she's worked on, like some
Yeah,
of the
okay.
miniseries that she's
Yeah.
done. I thought I've enjoyed. So
What was? I'm sorry. I'm blanking on the most recent one that she did.
most recent might have been, was she? No, it wasn't True Detective that she was in, was it?
No, we're thinking of the same one, but I don't remember the Drop it in the comments if you know what
Yes.
we're talking about.
I
Yes.
can't.
But
But
she was
which she was a sister too,
Yes,
right?
And I think she, for the rest of the series, was a producer.
Yes,
I think for the rest of the
I
series.
think that was Apple TV, and I cannot think of
It's
the
a
name
one
of
word.
it.
It's one word. I
Yeah.
think. I want to say witness. It's not witness.
No.
Ah, son of a
No.
gun.
So I'm kind of hoping for a similar vibe. So that's
Okay.
what I'm gonna go with there.
Okay. My next pick
Yep, you're next.
will be the Harry Potter TV series.
Oh my God.
Not on my list, so
The
we're good.
reason why I'm super excited is because I did not grow up watching the movies or reading the books. So this is like an adult thing I'm kind of like getting into a little bit. And I feel like the books, I mean, the movies rather, didn't really live up to the hype that maybe, like, I feel like people love them so much because there's so much nostalgia around it. So I'm excited to see a brand new series come out, which it should be in 2025. I wouldn't be shocked if they pushed it to 2026 at this point, but it should be in 2025. Yeah. Hopeful. Fingers crossed.
I have less than zero desire to watch that, but I knew that you would be picking it, and I was almost tempted to put it on my list just so you couldn't have it.
Oh my God.
Just to upset you.
Number one.
The spite.
Yeah, but I don't want that so badly that I'm not even willing to have it on my list.
All right. So what direction? We're going to say, this is funny because I've only watched one episode, I think, of some, like another spin-off of it, but Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Cool.
yep.
So I
saw
just
that.
remember seeing, again, like a couple minutes of it, but I love like a good superhero-ish one. I think I'll give it a chance. I have no idea if I'll like want to watch it.
Yeah.
A lot of these are like that. Like I'll just get an episode or two in and let's see if it keeps me, or I'll just be like, nah, not up for me. So
Yeah. For some reason, I could not get into Daredevil. I wasn't like loving him. I don't know his name, but like as the lead, he just like wasn't compelling enough for me. Then I was just like,
I don't know.
"Mm."
Yeah, I don't know his name offhand. Yeah, and
I'll watch that
it's
with
a
you.
different like, I don't know. I mean, it's not like
It's
our
different.
Classic,
It's different.
not like the classic superhero type of thing and storyline. So that's
For
always
sure.
interesting
For sure.
to get into that. So that's
Okay.
number 2.
Heading into round 3, I'm going to go with Paradise.
Okay.
And I'm kind of up in the air on whether I will enjoy it, but I really want to enjoy it. So it's from the Dan Fogelman, who's the creator of This Is Us, and it's starring Sterling K. Brown, who I really enjoyed in This Is Us. And Brown's character lives in this like very peaceful community with some of the world's most prominent individuals, and one of them ends up murdered. So if you're not sensing the theme of my list yet,
Lauren likes some crime.
sleeps like a baby at night, though.
Yeah,
I do.
That's
Let's
what I
also say
don't
that, yeah.
understand.
yeah, that's not going to bother me.
Murder is just a part of her life.
Yeah. But I don't like, I'm not sure how, like, I'm not interested in like the dystopian world. So when they say like peaceful, exclusive community, I don't know if it's going to go in that direction.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it doesn't. I hope it's a
Yeah.
little more down to earth.
Okay.
But I like where it's coming from in terms of the creator and who's acting in it. So
Okay.
Next for me is The Pit.
Oh gosh, that was number 3 for me.
so it's on my list. It's on
I've
my
been
list.
so disappointed with medical dramas
100%,
in the
yeah.
past like 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
I'm hoping for one that's actually realistic and just
And I
really,
like
really
how they're filming
entertaining.
this.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
That sounds interesting how they're doing it.
I don't know if we're gonna make it to 11, guys, but we're gonna. Wait, what's the last one that we picked of someone that picked out a
I'm 8.
You're 8. Okay, just
Yeah.
wondering. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there goes number 3. So we're gonna go. You know what? Let's just throw this in there. I have also never seen like the original. So Outlander, Blood of My Blood,
Nice.
which is apparently a prequel, I believe,
Nice.
of Outlander.
Yep.
And yeah, love a little drama, fantasy, all of that stuff, a little history here and there. And I literally don't really know anything except for a rock about the first one. So everyone's probably like, wow, okay. I'm just going into this blind and gonna see if it entertains.
Love it.
Entertains
See
me.
if it entertains. I
So
like it.
that's number 3.
Okay. What direction do I go in here for number 4? I'm gonna take a curveball.
Okay.
I'm gonna go away from murder. I'm feeling very influenced by the actors for whatever reason,
More
which
so.
typically I'm not. Typically
Okay.
I'm very like plot driven and don't really care. But I think when you have such little information
Yeah.
about a show,
You're only gonna watch.
That's how
it
I
if you
feel
like
about
the
my next
character.
you're
one.
kind of
the
like.
actor.
So I am going with a show called The Four Seasons,
Okay.
which is apparently based on a 1981 movie that I've never heard of, about these 3 suburban couples that vacation to each other each season. So I guess
Okay.
they go on like
Oh, that's
4
kinda cool.
vacations, and so I'm guessing it must be a miniseries. I'm not positive. But at some point, things get tense because one of the couples splits up, and I think brings like a much younger girlfriend or boyfriend with them. But it is with Steve Carell and Tina Fey.
Whoa.
Which
that could be so fun.
I love Steve
Yeah.
Carell.
Yeah, that could be so fun.
So I really have no idea if it's going to go in the comedy direction.
Yeah, or
I
is it
feel
gonna be
like
more of a serious.
Steve
Yeah.
Carell has done a lot of serious
He
stuff recently.
has.
So
I'm not really sure, but I'm very interested to see where that goes. So I'm
Okay.
gonna give it a shot.
So I haven't given Marvel a whole lot of shots in the past couple years, but we're gonna go with Marvel Zombies for the next one.
Zombies.
Yeah.
What?
I think
I don't
that
think I've
they're.
heard of
I
that
think
one
they were in
either.
a slump, but
Yeah.
I'm
And
a
you think
huge-
Zombies is
Yeah,
gonna take
it's
them
the
out?
one that's
I
gonna
think it's
bring
gonna
them
be.
to the
I think
height.
it's. I think their take on it is going to be different. So I am excited about
this
that.
Animated?
No,
No. Okay.
That's why I think it's gonna be. That's why I think it's gonna be good. It's only on Disney Plus, so I'm actually.
Okay.
I'm excited about that one. I'm a little childish in my
I feel like
picks.
when you married my brother, you became
That's what happened.
You became
more
a child.
childish.
That's what happened.
Okay.
All right. So let's go with. Let's see. All right. I think this is in between like kids and also adults. Sherlock and Daughter.
I
I
had that
saw
on my
that. I
list.
saw
I
that.
had it
So
on my list.
I
yeah.
feel like I'm not really sure what to expect from that. So it looks a little like fun and exciting, but also serious because I'm like they're investigating. I think it's like the mother or something
Yes.
of the daughter, obviously, and I don't know really anything else. But I'm
she's like an American,
like, okay,
I think, who like learns that she's Sherlock's daughter
oh,
through the
learning so
murder
much.
of her mother.
Okay.
And that like brings them together,
yeah.
and they start doing things.
I think it's not. Is that CW? It said.
That might have been. It might
Yeah,
have been
so that's why I'm like, I
CW.
don't know if this is going to be
Yeah.
like super serious or is it going to be.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to expect.
He
but-
he was. I don't know his name, but I was like, I don't know if he's the Sherlock I want. He's like maybe a little bit older, a little
Yeah.
bit not
Yeah.
goofy purposefully, but a little
Just-
like aloof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That yeah,
that's
so
the only
we'll
reason
see.
it didn't make it into my top.
I have all of
there.
Lauren's B lists right
Yes.
now.
Which hey, I enjoy. I'm not feeling too threatened yet.
Yeah, Joy has taken like all of
Yeah.
Sorry.
slowly.
Let's see. Okay. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with On Call,
Okay.
which is
I haven't heard of
a new Dick Wolf
Okay.
Um,
okay.
Yes, is it?
show.
Fun?
It was it EMS or something like that? No medical.
It's not medical, it's cops in
okay.
Long
Okay.
Beach, California. And they're saying that it's not supposed to be like as polished as
Okay.
like in SVU, like they're using different camera techniques and
Oh, that's kind of
and
interesting.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So that it's supposed to be a little bit more intense.
Mm-hmm.
And it has, I never say her name right, but Troyan Belisario.
Okay.
Who
Can't even help you with that.
she was one of the little girls, the tall one in Pretty Little Liars, if you ever saw that. And it has Lori Loughlin.
Okay.
Okay.
Call
yes,
that
that was the
to-
picture
yeah,
that I saw
yeah,
of her.
uh-huh.
Okay.
So like that's not gonna be probably as gripping as some of the like miniseries that I like to watch, but sometimes you need like a million episodes to throw on
Yes.
while you're like cooking or doing laundry or something like that. So
Yes,
I'm
agreed.
gonna go with one of those. Stick
Okay.
one of those.
I
on
think
my
I'm
list.
gonna go with which one could be next? I don't know much about this. It's already out, but I want it to be. It was out January 1st, so I don't know if I want to start it, but I think I'm going to. Missing You. Yes! I knew that was on Lauren's list.
Not on mine. I got a little nervous.
I knew that was on Lauren's list.
So wrong of you. That's a
yeah.
Harlan Coben, and
Yes.
those are always good.
Yeah, excited about that.
That was on my A list.
so Lauren.
Darn it.
Sorry, should have.
Maybe I'll. You know what? I've actually never read any of his novels,
Me neither.
so
I'm shocked you haven't.
Yeah.
But,
Who
yeah.
is this person we're speaking of?
So he has quite a few that have been pretty successful on Netflix.
Okay.
He's an author.
Got it.
And this is his next one about a detective whose fiance disappears. And I think she like finds his picture on a dating app or
Yeah.
something. And it like starts this whole
Okay. Got it.
mystery unraveling.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
We're gonna go with this is bringing us back to the kids. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
Did I skip?
cute.
We didn't skip. I didn't
No,
skip it.
what number are we on?
No, she's
Oh, this was 5.
Okay, so I'm 6, so we have time.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, one more. Yep, I'm coming. It's coming for me.
So some lighthearted, good fun. Let's just see if they're gonna make this animated one good.
my kids will probably love to watch that with you.
We can bond together.
So
Great.
No, I will anything that is Marvel related
and my
is on my
husband.
list.
Okay, so now we're starting round 6.
Yep.
And I'm not picking Missing You, thanks to
Sorry.
Joy.
Joy.
How dare
Sorry,
you?
not sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 0 Day.
Son of a gun.
That was on. Yep.
Because again, I'm very interested in seeing Robert De Niro and Connie Britton, like such an interesting pairing. I think it's a conspiracy thriller about a former U.S. president who is in charge of a government commission to like figure out a cyber attack type thing. So I think it is, if nothing else, it won't be terrible. I feel like so. Yeah, looking for that. Okay.
Someone
For pick 6, I'm giving you your pick 6.
messed up.
Now, it was honestly difficult to decide what bad pick to give Joy because everything that I was like, this is a bad show. I'm like, she's gonna love it. She's gonna be
great.
so happy. So I had to like really dig deep to find a show that I'm like, I really don't think this is gonna be on her list. So for your 6th pick of the draft, you are getting Jerry Springer.
Oh God! Wait, I actually could enjoy this.
Fights, camera, action.
Dude, wait, I'm so happy.
This is gonna be.
so
honestly
fun.
would be curious. About
It's
all of that.
actually
so
it's not going to be
fun.
bad. Well, it's going to be bad, but it's actually a docu-series about his life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
love it.
interesting.
Which will be interesting, but
I'm gonna love it.
I felt like every like weird show that I found, I was like, you're gonna like this, and it's gonna be so annoying. So I had to go with Jerry Springer.
unless it's really not entertaining, that's the only type of thing I don't like a boring documentary.
yeah.
But everything I could find joy in, I could really, sorry.
Okay, well, she's the worst. Moving on,
Okay.
Rebecca, your 6th pick.
My 6th pick is like staying with me, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go along with that, and I am picking Pee-wee as himself.
Dang it! I wanted to watch that.
You guys have too much TV time. If you think that deserves to be watched, you have
but
too
here's
much
the thing.
I think
TV
it'd be
time.
very interesting.
That's the only thing. Occasionally, I enjoy watching like again about someone's life. I'm like, what brought you there, or why did you pick this type of job? Will I be fully invested in it? Probably not. Like it's gonna probably be on the background while I'm folding laundry. But like I'll be listening to it, but I'm just curious about that because there's only, I think it's a miniseries. I don't know how long it was, if it was like 3 or 4 episodes. So I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, I easily can find joy in that.
Okay, so zombies and Pee-wee and Jerry Springer. Okay, we know which one of us
At least
is
we're
sane.
getting a good night's sleep.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting a great night's sleep, okay, until my kids wake me up. Oh, shoot.
Wait,
I
Is
don't
it your
get
turn?
a pick 7. I was so ready with my pick, but
I have-
actually,
oh,
no,
it's you? It has to be
Rebecca
you?
has to be me. You have to
Okay.
give me my pick 7.
okay. So
And then you give yours to Rebecca.
Okay.
Oh, I was so ready.
I feel bad giving this one to Rebecca, but it's gonna be funny.
But you weren't going to feel bad giving it to me?
No.
I'm just conflicted because I'm just trying to remember if you like this. And
You should give me whatever you think is a great show, and then I'll probably think it's the worst.
there you go. So I could also bend the rules here, but I don't think I will. I'll do it this. I'm going to give you Alien Earth.
That's a great pick for her. That is a great pick for her.
So, the classic, a spaceship comes to Earth, and what do?
I'd rather do chores.
There you go.
In
All right, I
silence
picked the right
than
one. There you
watch
go.
that.
Okay.
Woo!
I'm not
Aliens.
picking for Rebecca yet, right? This is just my
No,
pick.
you're doing your pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my next pick is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
I have that on mine too.
That was the one where I was going to be like, let's give Joy this bad pick. And then I was like, she's going to love it. She's going to love it.
God, of course. What? I'm going to watch it like 12 times.
Sounds
I
terrible.
have no idea anything about anything in this world. So I was just like, let's just give it a shot.
This is gonna.
But now
yeah.
it's gone.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a great watch.
Sure.
So are we on 7 right now?
Yes, that was the
Okay.
7th pick. You're picking your 7th
I need
pick.
to get 7.
Mhm.
I already picked that one. We're gonna okay, throwing it back to the olden days. Sunday night, 7:00, Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Oh, that was on my
Yeah, I knew someone was gonna pick it. So
that one is just for like nostalgia reasons. Like, let's just see what they're gonna do with it, because
So there are 2 hosts.
Yes, it's a home
and
edit, right?
Yes, from the home edit.
Yeah.
The home edit. So that's going to be a
I'm
fun
very-
twist, I feel like.
I'm very interested to see what they do.
super excited for that. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I feel like there were a lot of broken parts of that show.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yes.
curious to see what changes they make to
I'm
like
so
make it more
curious that it came back.
sustainable
Yeah.
and fix it, because there was like so much controversy and drama.
Yes, that's why I'm
Um,
like most into
okay.
seeing how that goes.
All right. Pick number 8.
I have 8. What does that mean?
You got 8.
Yeah, I
I
have
picked
8.
for Rebecca.
Oh, well, yeah, but we'll get back
Okay,
to it.
okay.
So
Okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm kicking off round 8.
Right.
I'm gonna deviate a little bit because
Okay.
I'm afraid that this could be taken with your weird tastes. So a little off the beaten path for me. But I am gonna go with Chad Powers,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is Glenn Powell.
Yep.
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 Disgraced college quarterback,
Yep.
whatever. And this is all coming from Eli Manning's like prank YouTube video.
Wow.
In the hopes that it will have like a little bit of like a Ted Lasso vibe.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for it. Like first season, Ted Lasso has some good one-liners, good comedy,
Yeah.
still like a little heartwarming. So when I need a break from the murder, I'm hoping that Chad
This will
Powers is
bring
it. And
that.
I've really been enjoying Glenn Powell lately.
Okay.
I've been liking that.
So-
Wait, you're
I know
picking
my
your
own pick.
eight.
My
Yeah,
own pick.
yeah.
Okay, so my own pick is the Pendragon Cycle, which is going to be So
I did not hear
is
this one.
this?
I
So
didn't read
this is
one.
actually a Daily Wire original.
Oh, okay.
So they went all out for this like brand new series. Really, really
What is it called
interesting.
again?
Pendragon Cycle.
Pendragon.
Yeah, super
Do
excited
they need
about
to like
this.
workshop that name a little bit?
I think
'Cause,
it's based off a book. It's based
Okay.
off a series.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, super excited about that. It was like a big budget for them. So yeah, really excited for that. Okay, Rebecca. So
I'm so excited.
for Lauren, I would have picked it. Welcome to Derry. That's what I would have picked for Lauren.
Which actually I would not have like hated.
come on.
Stop.
Maybe I should.
Just because
No, I have a different one of you.
just because it could be fascinating. Like I'm not into
Oh,
that,
I
but like
hate
Stephen
that.
King
I
has like
hate
an
that.
interesting.
I hate it
Absolutely
so
hate
much.
It. Hate it.
I hate it.
Yes.
I hate it. But I'm not going to do that to you.
Praise the
Rebecca.
Lord.
I'll do that to Lauren,
Do I
but not
actually
you.
have to? Never mind.
So
I'm giving you the Chair Company.
I have that on my thing. Yes.
What is the chair company?
no clue.
It's Tim Robinson, right? Yeah. So have you seen the Detroiters, Tim Robinson? Okay.
No.
So it's just like,
I'm just happy I had that on my thing.
it's just ridiculousness. If you saw his face, you would know who he is. Maybe I'll look him up real quick for you. You know who he is.
The chair company?
Yeah, there's like an incident at work. That's all I know, and something happens, and then blah blah blah. Here
This
we go.
guy. This guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
Okay, so
This is gonna be pure
Detroiters
comedy.
Detroiters is hilarious. So the Chair Company I think is gonna be really funny too, but so stupid. So
Yeah.
you're gonna enjoy it maybe though. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so glad that
I
was
don't
on.
know. Did she just call you stupid? Not
No. We'll both enjoy it. We'll both enjoy it.
All right. So into round 9. I'm going to stray a little bit from murder, but stick with crime still, because I'm open to all types of crime. This one is called Your Friends and Neighbors.
Nice.
With John Hamm in a tuxedo and Amanda Peet and Olivia Munn. So interesting cast. And John Hamm, from what I understand, is a hedge fund manager who resorts to burglary, stealing from his neighbors after losing his job. But I'm not sure what the circumstances are around there. He doesn't want anyone to know, maybe, and he has to maintain his wealthy lifestyle. Okay. But he makes a fateful error in breaking into the wrong person's home. Nice. So maybe turns a friend into an enemy. Okay. So I think that could be interesting. I'm curious if it's going to have a thread of humor in it or not. Because I think John Hamm
reminds me of the movie The Killers.
Yes,
that's what that kind of reminds me of. It's it's serious, but there is some
which I would kind of enjoy a little bit of that balance. So I'm happy with that for a number 9 slot.
I honestly don't know what genre this falls under for my next pick, but I'm going with Dope Thief.
I saw that.
Okay.
I'll read the quick synopsis. Follows longtime friends and delinquents who poses as DEA agents to rob a house in the countryside, but end up unintentionally revealing and unraveling the biggest hidden narcotics corridor on the eastern seaboard. Wow. So it could be, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be funny because the two guys are going to play off each other somehow, or if it's going to be a serious sting operation that we're doing. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. That'll be one to watch. Thomas would also watch that one with me. So
that always helps.
That always helps.
Number 9, we're just keeping it in this world. Young Sherlock.
Love it.
So sorry.
Can't get enough of Sherlock, but I did have it on my list.
There are so many Sherlock related shows.
There are, and nothing will compare to the OG one.
I know.
But I'm curious.
But this is I don't think they've ever done him this young.
No, yeah. I've never seen one with
could be good.
The actor's 19. I don't know how old he's going to be.
I'm just craving for them to come up with something.
I know.
I hear you. Something new. A new idea, right? But I love all things Sherlock. I got it.
I hear you. But at least they're taking they're not just creating it again. They're at least taking a different approach to it. Time of his life. So I will. I'm down with that. All right, I think I'm going to go next with a show called Task.
Okay.
And this is starring Mark Ruffalo, and I'm going to butcher her name because I don't know how to say it. Muriel Enos. And she is what pulled me in because she stars in The Killing, which I love. She's also our fellow redhead.
Okay. Pause. Time out. Sinner.
Yes! Sinner. That was the Jessica Biel.
We couldn't think of.
I was like, wait, what?
Yes.
We didn't read the comments yet. We just knew. We got it.
That was season 1 of The Sinner.
Yes. That was every season. But I think she's been involved in every single season.
Producing it or something like that. Yes. Nailed it. So I love her from The Killing. So Mark Ruffalo is an FBI agent who leads a task force in Philly to put an end to more drugs, drug house robberies. And I'm guessing with the two of them as leads that it's gonna be a little bit definitely not humor. I think it's probably gonna be more gritty, depressing, and dark. But I really loved her in The Killing, so I'm hoping that I can get another show like that out of her.
Okay.
I'm pulling one right from your book.
It better not be on my list.
The Hunting Party.
Why do I feel like I've heard of this?
I didn't come across that one.
Interesting. Okay. Follows a small team of investigators who are assembled to track down and capture the most dangerous killers ever seen, all of whom have just escaped from a top secret prison that's not supposed to exist.
Excuse you. What kind of lists are you looking at?
That sounds good.
That sounds like an unreleased list that I haven't.
Good.
What was that mean?
The Hunting Party. Very excited about that.
All right, I'm a little jealous.
All right.
A little jealous.
Guys, you can watch it with me.
Okay. We're going to go back to some medically Pulse.
Yep.
Because someone stole the PITT.
Sorry.
So I got to
at least it's another P.
It's another P. Again, do I know anything about it? Not really.
Well, that was on. That made it on my list. I mean, I'm always down for medical drama. Not, you know what? I never watched. What is it called? Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I've never seen a single episode.
Couldn't get into it,
yeah.
Never seen it.
Or like,
we just lost all of our following.
Yeah, I know. Convince us to watch it. Or what's the like OG one that George Clooney was on?
ER.
ER. Never watched that.
Yep, never seen that.
But I do, I loved House. I'm currently rewatching The Resident. So like,
right?
I like that kind of stuff. But Pulse intrigued me because one of the showrunners for it was the showrunner for Lost and Jack Ryan.
Yes, Jack Ryan. Yep.
So
I like that.
I have high hopes for that.
All right.
Well, I'm a fan. I was hoping to snag that in one of my final 2 rounds. Okay, so only 2 rounds left.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Just 11 and 12. I'm happy that I got some of my like off the beaten path picks in.
Mm-hmm.
So some of mine were stolen, but I at least got a few in there. Where am I going to go here? I think I'm going to have to go with Untamed.
Okay.
When you start a description with murder mystery miniseries, you've pretty much got me on lockdown. You've pretty much got me on lockdown. The lead is Eric Bana. He's a National Park Service agent who investigates a death in Yosemite. And it leads him to confront dark secrets about himself and his past. So very dramatic.
So dramatic.
That's a good one. I feel like this next one for me may be a feel good.
Okay. That doesn't hurt.
But might not.
We don't really know.
It'll go. It's called Bookish.
Okay, not heard about them.
That was a movie.
Are they also doing a series? Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Gabriel Book. There's a lot of it ends with us. I'm feeling. I'm getting those vibes.
Okay.
Gabriel Book, proprietor of an antiquarian bookshop, relies on his vast collection to unravel baffling cases. He nurtures a group of lovable yet troubled individuals, providing informal protection and guidance. So I think it could be a feel good.
That is nothing to do with the movie. For
okay.
Sure.
Okay. It's its own thing.
It's its own thing. Okay. Same title, nothing to do with that. Okay. That does sound cute and feel goody.
My last one's also a feel good, I think. I hope. I have no idea how these are going to turn out.
All right.
We're going to keep the feel good vibes. Love me a good animal show, The Americas. Just gonna throw it in there because sometimes I just want to watch wildlife, you know.
Sometimes you want something to fall asleep to.
It's a going to bed.
Actually though, like a late night little like thing. I'm doing some work again. I need stuff in the background.
I hear you.
And it can't be too intense. So I need to have just like
last round.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm feeling anxiety about having to make my last.
I'm
pick.
Ending with a great.
I'm gonna smashing it. Mine's definitely my last one's definitely a feel good, and I'm gonna actually call back to something from the 90s.
Okay. The 90s. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna go. I'm kind of between 2, and I don't think you guys are gonna go with either one of them. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But I think I'm gonna go with Lockerbie.
Okay.
A Search for Truth.
Okay.
So sorry. So sorry. Which is about the Pan Am Flight 103 that exploded.
I hate this stuff.
Over the Scottish.
Yeah.
Okay. I despise all of this.
But I think it's fictionalized because it's starring Colin Firth, who's in this story. His daughter's killed by the crash. And so he
depressed. I'm already depressed. Just listening to her tell me the overview is making me depressed.
He wants to find the truth about what happened to the flight and his daughter. So I mean, brutal. I feel like Colin Firth does a good job. So I'm interested.
Okay, let's lift our souls up from that
I did not end on a feel good.
Crash.
Okay, so this show is called Standing By.
Also did not come across this one.
Nope. Follows a group of guardian angels and the lessons they'll learn from not only the dysfunctional humans they have to protect, but also each other. Okay, so different.
Yeah. So different.
Is anyone feeling, does this remind anybody of anything?
The only thing it kind of reminds me of is
Touched by an Angel.
Stop! I think it's a revamp.
No way.
I was not going in that direction whatsoever.
I think it's a revamp, and that was like, our family show on Sunday
Okay.
on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. So
I'm really glad you got
unpacks.
That was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, that
I think it's a it's like trying to be a revamp
What
of
was
that
it,
show.
Stan?
Standing By.
standing
I
by.
Which
was-
the concept of it is
Yeah.
like the concept of Touched by an Angel for its time was very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Oh,
So
I
if
watched
they could,
many of those.
If they could modernize it a little
Yeah.
bit, I think it would be really, really sweet.
Okay.
So I don't think this is going to be a downer. I think it's going to be a feel good.
I don't know why my brain went to If,
Oh,
which is the
Ro-
movie with
the Ryan Reynolds? Yes.
Reynolds about the imaginary
Yes,
friends.
imaginary characters. Yes.
That's kind of where
That's funny.
where my brain went.
That's funny.
Okay.
Okay, so in looking at our lineups
Yeah,
here,
we have one more. We have one more.
you did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
Go ahead.
this is not necessarily a show. Well, it is a show, but this is my curveball.
Okay.
You have to pick.
We can veto if we
Yeah,
feel
we
like
can
you're
veto.
breaking the rules.
You have to draft things, and people sometimes just because you think that they're going to be like, this little, what is it? Surprise.
Are you finding like a breakout
Okay.
star here?
Yes.
Okay.
WWE on Netflix.
Stop.
People are going to go wild.
You would.
Just to see what happens.
So you're going straight for the
I've never
viewers'
seen
votes.
this.
Yeah,
the
not
viewers,
for
that's
what
it.
you want to
Yeah,
watch.
wild.
I will never watch this, but I think it's going to be a hit.
Wild.
I can't even.
I
What a
think-
sellout.
The reason why I think Standing By is a sleeper pick is because I think people are looking for that Hallmark type of show, but
Yeah.
not that Hallmark.
Type of show.
I think it's a
that's what that
sleeper
is.
pick because I read about 15 different lists of top 20 or shows coming out 2025
That was
and
not
that
on
was
there.
not on any. So no one
Yeah.
can even find that. Okay, well, I think as predicted, Rebecca's list is
Chaotic.
everywhere. Mine is heavily leaning towards crime and murder with an unfortunate dash of alien.
Mine is strictly based on my hormones on any given day.
Joy's are her emotions.
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 all of her
Yes,
warring
love it.
emotions. Okay, I feel like I have to just throw this in here because it's us. I had a couple of runner-ups that I ultimately did not choose. And you guys are going to be familiar to you guys.
Okay.
The first is The Devil in the White City.
Okay.
Which is based on the true story about H.H. Holmes, who's an architect that works to build something at the 1893 World's Fair.
Okay.
And he uses the fair to attract and kill women.
Wow.
Which we listened
Yes.
to a podcast
Yes.
about. So I don't actually know if it's ever going to come to fruition because it was originally starring Keanu Reeves and going to be on Hulu and that kind of fell apart. Now it's supposed to be like a Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese partnership
okay.
on Paramount. So it doesn't have a date or anything like that,
Okay.
but that was that. What's that face?
Yeah.
I forgot one critical one, but it's because it's up in the air if it's even a thing. There's rumors that Chronicles of Narnia is coming to Netflix as a series.
Stop.
No.
Yes. I don't know the updated you know.
my gosh.
I don't know the updates on it, but I have to look it up if
My
it's 2025, 2026,
childhood.
if it's even happening. But like making it an actual show form, like yeah, a series.
I loved reading those books when I was a kid.
Yep.
And I don't know why they did this, but I had the one that was like all of them in one
Yes.
book.
Yes.
So it was like
Gigantic.
this big to carry around, but I
Okay.
loved
Yeah.
that.
If that was a confirmed and release date,
Oh,
that
that
would
would
might
be-
have been on my number one.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That would be
100%.
really good. And the other one that you guys will recognize is the same title as the podcast, Firebug.
Oh, I forgot about this.
About the
Yes.
great
Arson- the
podcast.
The
firefighter.
arson investigator.
I might re-listen to that because that was so good.
Yeah.
It was
Actually,
different too.
also a little disturbing.
It
It was
was
a little
100%,
disturbing. It was
yeah.
a little disturbing.
100%.
Because it's told. No, is it told from the perspective of the
Yes,
arsonist,
'cause
or are they
he
just?
writes a book.
They're kind of
So
reading
he's, like,
like
reading
his
his
book.
right.
book.
I
They're
forgot
reading
about
his
that.
The
writing.
book part is what's
We should
disturbing.
watch. We should watch that as a group.
Yeah. So I'm very curious how much like creative liberty they're going to take to like build a whole show.
Yeah.
around it. I'm assuming that both of those must be miniseries.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't ultimately draft them because I feel like anytime you read a book or listen to a podcast, your expectations for the show are so high that it's almost always
So
disappointing.
what's that show that was out last year? It was about the serial killer, and he went on the game show.
Oh, the dating game.
Yes,
I think.
the dating game.
Was that what it was?
Yes,
Yeah,
the dating game killer with
dating
Anna
game,
Kendrick. You
No.
watched it? Not good?
Oh.
In my opinion, I'm sorry, Anna Kendrick. It was just like, I think after listening to the podcast and being like, wow, this is a super interesting story, I think I was just expecting more. It's very heavily from the perspective of her, the girl who won
that's different
the
then,
date,
right?
and it's not enough about him at all, in my opinion. But maybe they wanted to focus more on the victims and survivors. I don't know, but definitely was a better podcast in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. So ultimately, I did not choose those, but it's still always interesting to recognize something. Like, oh, I know what that is.
Like I would
that
say,
is
Twin
about.
Flames definitely lived up to the
Yes,
podcast.
yes.
Great series.
I feel like because
same.
that was, they were adding something that
Yeah.
didn't exist in the
Totally.
podcast. So it felt new.
Like you were learning
It
more
wasn't like
information.
you were
Yep.
just like comparing directly. Whereas most of these other ones are like Sweet Bobby and like they're just
Yeah.
Not as good in my.
No,
yeah,
it wasn't.
No.
redoing the information that's in the
That we
podcast.
just-
Totally.
You're not
No,
adding
Twin
anything
Flames
new.
brought more to it. So yeah,
Yeah.
Firebug.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I might re-listen before watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's on our list. All right, we are going to post our draft lineups.
Yep.
In
I don't know if
the
there's a clear winner,
description.
but
Well, you let us know. Vote for whose lineup you most want to watch.
Yes.
And we will battle it out.
Battle it out.
And maybe we'll follow up with
we'll
our
do a
favorite,
follow-up.
Probably should.
Yeah.
our favorite show from
Yeah.
from this draft.
Definitely.
Hopefully we get in a lot of snow days so that we can binge watch.
Yes. Happy binging.